Hello, friends. I want to show you something. Um, we've had a lot of fraud stuff go on. Stand Up Wireless got shut down, all that kind of stuff. We don't know everything about why that happened to them, but from talking to you guys, I feel the need to show you some stuff um, that can look funny. All right. Um, it's that there are a lot of tools that these auditors have with both USAC and at Gen Mobile to identify things that look suspicious and make them want to come out and look at you or maybe shut you down. Now, the only reason that they're not on top of this all the time is because, like you and me, they get lazy. They're not constantly looking for trouble um, like they should. Um, and they lots of times, they don't understand what they're looking at and jump to conclusions, and that's one thing that you have to be leery of, and that's the reason I want to put this video out there. I hope I'm making some kind of sense. It's not scripted, but I want to show you what things look like on the back end when you do an activation. All right, so up on the screen here we've got one. We're going to pick on Seamus right quick. Now this is an activation that would not create any kind of a suspicious activity alert on the part of anybody looking at it. If you, I don't know if my cursor is going to show up, but over in the right hand corner, or excuse me, the left hand corner, there is a map showing where the customer lives and where Seamus is. Seamus at the creation address over there to the right. Um, he is at an address in Orlando. That's the little blue square there, or the little blue pin drop. That's where Seamus is sitting when he is processing this activation. Now they can zoom in on that and take a look and see exactly where he's sitting. It'll give him coordinates and stuff. And then it'll show the distance from the service address that um, the customer, and it basically what has happened here, a customer has happened across Seamus set up in the community and has signed up for service. He is enrolled. There's his enrollment number, his name, his apartment number, all that stuff. Seamus has done a good job on this one. Now, let's go back to the list and let's pull up one. Order list. And we're going to pick on one that could look funny. Now something has happened. Seamus is sitting at the same place, but this customer actually lives in Missouri. Now, this is just fine um, as long as, let's say, the customer happened upon Seamus, their transactions or their interaction took place over the course of the normal time it takes to do an activation. And, you know, uh, he's just going to get what a Missouri customer is supposed to get. Um, so that went through just fine. He enrolled him. But you notice over here that he is like, I don't know, 4 million feet away from where Seamus is. Now, this happens, rarely, but it happens. You'll encounter somebody from out of state. And then down in Florida, you're going to encounter people from out of state a lot because, especially in Orlando, they're going to Disney World and stuff like that. So it's not uncommon, but and it shouldn't raise a whole lot of suspicion at all. Excuse me. However, let's say Seamus encountered this person 2 days ago in Missouri and then activated it in Florida. Chances are that this customer did not follow the rep to Florida to pick up his phone. You see where I'm going? This is the kind of stuff, um, or let's say 3 or 4 days later, let's say we ran this person's application on April the 2nd, and then we activated him on April the 16th. Um, Somebody may have questions about that. Basically, the point I'm trying to make is they know where you are when you activate, they know where the customer lives. Um, if you are doing something like getting a customer, they are on that 1 to 3 business days thing, and let's say you're going to be back to where to the site in, let's say, day after tomorrow you're coming back, and in the meantime that application goes from pending to qualified, and let's say you go ahead and activate the phone from home with the intentions of delivering it to the customer when they see you day after tomorrow. Don't do that. That looks funny. You're not doing anything terribly wrong, okay? But it looks funny. And if you're looking funny, you might get in trouble, okay? So let's not look funny. Um, I hope I'm getting that across well. We may need to talk about that, but I'm going to post this on my YouTube channel and then just forward it to you so you can look at it um, at your leisure. But take it seriously. People are looking at where you are when you do an activation, comparing it to where you should be when you're doing the activation. If you've been doing this, you've probably been going along thinking it's nobody's looking at that, or um, you're going along just fine, um, and it's working out, and all you're doing it for the customer and all that stuff. Just don't, because the stand-up wireless shutdown is a shock to the system. People that weren't watching you before are watching you now because they're scared that this program may be taken away from the entire company nationwide because of crap that somebody else did someplace else. Um, so if you don't want accused of being a duck, don't look like a duck, don't quack like a duck, don't walk like a duck. Do it straight down the line. Make sense? Call me if you need me. Bye.